What defines the boundary between success and failure? Intelligence, good health, emotional control, or something more? Today, I would like to share with you a book titled AQ, Adversity Quotient, which transforms challenges into opportunities. Author Paul Stoltz shows us that the fundamental and most important difference between successful and unsuccessful people is their ability to rise above adversity. It's the resilience in facing difficulties that arise on the path to success. When I encountered challenges at work, I turned to this book. To my surprise, AQ, Adversity Quotient, provided me with incredibly specific and astonishingly clear guidance. Rather than vague statements, the book presents scientific evidence and large-scale studies, allowing us to see the issue in a clear and logical way. AQ, Adversity Quotient is written by researcher, entrepreneur, and expert Paul Stoltz, the founder and CEO of Peak Learning, a research, consulting, and training organization for some of the world's top leaders. He has lectured multiple times at leading universities worldwide on the topic of AQ, Adversity Quotient. Therefore, this book will help you understand how to achieve the strength necessary to enhance your ability to overcome adversity. In other words, Paul Stoltz's work will become a tool to strengthen your resilience and help you get back on track. Life is a mountain climbing journey. Life is like a mountain climbing journey. You can only complete it by continuously striving to ascend, sometimes with slow, painful steps one after another. Yet, you must keep moving forward because abandoning the journey means abandoning your potential, your contributions, and essentially, your own life. According to the author, when faced with challenges, there are typically 3 types of people. Identify which type you are. The first type is the quitter. These individuals refuse to even set foot on the mountain from the start. They accept life as it comes, prefer safety, and tend to avoid or give up. As a result, they never experience the wonderful rewards that the summit has to offer. The second type is the camper. These people have climbed the mountain, but when they find a high and stable place, they set up camp and do everything they can to make it cozy and comfortable. They decide to stop pursuing further heights, not wanting to reach other peaks, and hope to remain in this comfort zone for the rest of their lives. The third type is the climber. They see life as a lifelong journey. Regardless of circumstances, whether conditions are favorable or not, they always keep moving forward. These individuals are full of energy, believe that anything is possible, and never allow any obstacles to stand in the way of their ascent. Clearly, the life of a quitter is a path of compromise. They give up on their dreams and choose the smoother, easier road. However, ironically, as life passes by, they become miserable. As for the campers, after struggling for a while, they too compromise, thinking they've done well enough to stop and enjoy the fruits of their labor. But sooner or later, they fall into fear, worrying about losing what they have. In the cold storms of life, they fear losing their camp and no longer feeling comfortable. The third type, however, are those with a strong passion. They know exactly where their ultimate goal lies, savoring the scenery along the way, and experiencing the joy of reaching the summit. So, which type of person are you? Do you wish to become someone with a strong AQ? As Orison Martin said, deep within every person lies untapped powers. These are powers that would astonish them, powers they never dreamed they would possess. But these are the forces that, if awakened and put into action, can change their whole life. AQ is a new concept for understanding and driving success in all its aspects. It measures an individual's response to adversity. What is AQ? AQ, or Adversity Quotient, is the measure of your ability to overcome challenges and is a key determinant of success in both work and life. It indicates your level of endurance and resilience in the face of difficulties. Essentially, AQ predicts who will continue to fight and who will choose to surrender when confronted with adversity. Simply put, AQ is your ability to respond to adversity. Life is filled with extraordinary individuals who excel in various fields, reaching the pinnacle of their careers. But there are also many who choose to collapse, losing themselves and their lives. People with a high AQ are not defeated by difficulties, they see challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. In contrast, those with a low AQ tend to give up easily, allowing feelings of failure to dominate them, doubting their ability to overcome obstacles. When faced with difficulties, they are more likely to succumb to fate rather than trying to overcome them. However, even if you start with a low AQ, it is possible to improve your ability to overcome adversity in a long-term and sustainable way. Once you've improved your AQ, you will enhance your work efficiency, becoming stronger and more resilient in the face of life's challenges. Most of us, when faced with difficulties and challenges, tend to stop before we even test our limits by giving our all. But you can change that. AQ is not your fate, it is a belief and a habit that develops over time. Nothing in the world can compare to persistence and determination. Talent cannot. As nothing is more common than talented people who fail to succeed. Genius cannot, as there are countless examples of geniuses who contribute little. Education cannot, as the world is full of well-educated individuals. Only persistence and determination bring infinite strength. If IQ and EQ determine how smoothly someone can go through life, then AQ is what decides how far you can go. Methods to improve AQ. AQ has become increasingly important in today's world, where challenges are ever growing and dominating our lives. No matter how well people handle these challenges, their intensity and frequency continue to rise. We are experiencing profound changes in our perception of wealth, accompanied by uncertainty about the future. Workers often carry a sense of anxiety, with the most common question on their minds being, what will happen today? The restructuring, downsizing, and layoffs over recent years have left millions unemployed. One of the most interesting discoveries is this: on average, a 6-year-old child laughs 300 times a day, while an adult laughs only 17 times. This is the cumulative effect of hardships over time. For many, life no longer seems joyful. This finding gives us insight into what we can do to change our AQ immediately. The author introduces the LEAD method, which helps improve AQ, guiding people who have given up or remain stuck to begin their personal journeys of overcoming adversity. The steps are as follows. Listen to how you react to adversity. Explore the origins of the challenge and your responsibility for the outcome. Analyze the evidence. Take action. Our ability to cope with difficulties often diminishes when we react unconsciously, without proper thought or reflection. Many people tend to respond instantly to adversity with impulsive emotions such as anxiety, fear, anger, or frustration. These reactions are often instinctive and unfiltered, leading to ineffective decisions or actions that may even worsen the situation. Listen serves as a warning tool, helping you pause before reacting. When you listen to how you're responding, you take an important step towards becoming more aware of your emotions and mental state. This awareness helps you regain rationality and prevents your emotions from unconsciously driving your actions. For example, if you receive a critical email from a colleague, your unconscious reaction might be anger, feeling insulted, and immediately responding with harsh words. However, if you pause and listen to your reaction, you'll realize that you're angry and trying to protect your ego. This pause allows you to regain your composure, rethink the cause of the issue, and choose to reply professionally, or even address the misunderstanding in person. After listening, You need to delve deeper into the root cause of the problem and determine your responsibility for the current outcome. This requires you to be honest with yourself about what you have or haven't done that contributed to the situation. Overly blaming yourself or completely avoiding responsibility can weaken your ability to take control. Therefore, when facing a bad situation, you can ask yourself, is there anything I did or failed to do that contributed to this situation? You can also explore whether there are any external factors that contributed to the issue, such as misunderstandings or lack of information. For example, if you're late on a work deadline, being honest with yourself may help you realize that you didn't manage your time well or perhaps didn't communicate clearly with your colleagues about the workload. If you overly blame yourself, you may fall into a feeling of worthlessness and lose confidence, making it harder to do better in the future. On the other hand, if you avoid responsibility and blame others or the circumstances, you won't learn from the experience and are likely to repeat the same mistake. Taking reasonable responsibility helps motivate positive actions. Next is analysis. In this step, you will assess the situation by asking yourself 3 questions. First, is there any evidence that you are unable to control the situation? Second, is there any evidence that this event will negatively affect other aspects of your life? Third, is there any evidence that the negative consequences will last? When you analyze the problem this way, you will often find that in most cases, the answer is no. This helps you distinguish between a real disaster and one that your imagination is exaggerating, allowing you to calmly solve the problem. Finally, after listening, exploring, and analyzing, you need to act. This is the step where you move from thought to concrete action. Without it, no change will occur. The first 3 steps of the lead process help prevent you from falling into the victim mentality, allowing you to recognize your problem, identify its root cause, and take appropriate action. When facing adversity, the first thing you need to do is avoid making the problem seem worse than it is. Among many ways to respond to adversity, the one that most easily discourages us is negative thinking, which makes the problem seem much more serious than it actually is. It's like a fire that can destroy other valuable aspects of your life. Helping others improve their AQ and ability to move forward. Once you've mastered the lead process to enhance your own AQ, you'll realize that others around you can also benefit from this fundamental strategy. Perhaps your friends or family members are suffering unnecessarily due to life's adversities. You can help them build a strategy to avoid falling into that life trap and constantly complaining. By asking the right questions, you can guide others to objectively analyze the situation and take the right actions to improve it. Some questions suggested by the author include: who or what is the cause of this happening? Is there anyone or anything else involved? To what extent are you at fault? What are the consequences or outcomes of this situation? What consequences or outcomes are you responsible for? You said you've lost control of everything. Is there any evidence that you have no control at all, that this will ruin everything, or that it will last longer than necessary? What will you do to regain control, minimize the damage, and shorten the impact? What action do you want to commit to first? Most people don't like being told what to do. If you only tell your friend how to improve the situation, you're not doing anything to enhance their ability to learn, reflect, or equip them with the skills needed to handle future challenges. At best, you're making them more dependent on your advice. At worst, they may feel stupid for not keeping up with what you just said. Therefore, the most important part of the lead strategy is to ask rather than tell, and avoid falling into the advice-giving trap. However, just listening is not enough either, because in most cases, there is no indication that merely listening improves the situation. At best, it improves their perspective. So, how do you reap the benefits of listening while avoiding its potential downsides? The best way is to guide that person to improve their AQ through the lead process, helping them prove to themselves that there is no evidence to support their negative conclusions and increase their responsibility for the outcome. Once they've proven that there is no evidence supporting the negative belief, that thought will be hard to maintain. The lead process benefits both the guide and the one being guided. In other words, you will benefit one way or another when using lead to help others face adversity. The more frequently you use it, the more proficient you become, not only with others but also with yourself. When you help those you care about, you are giving a sustainable gift of love and compassion. This also greatly strengthens communities and volunteer organizations. If you're a leader, you should train your employees to embrace the lead method as well. This is the way to raise the AQ, adversity quotient, of the entire team. Build a mountain climbing culture for your teammates so they know how to recover, take risks, embrace change, and continuously improve themselves. The above is a brief summary of the book, Adversity Quotient, by Paul Stoltz. The book is quite academic, requiring time to understand, reflect, and practice self-reflection. To know your own AQ and master the methods to improve it, I suggest reading the book for more in-depth and practical insights. People with high AQ often allow themselves to dream bigger, imagine higher, dare to pursue those dreams, and turn them into a vision. While IQ is inherent and fixed, AQ is a measure that can be improved and trained. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. If you find this video useful, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest videos. Once again, thank you very much and see you again.